Do I look okay from the back?
Romeo and Juliet, Stan's Kids University in Yin Yang. Do you want to briefly touch on each one of those? Give a bit of an overview of what those are about?
No, I'd like to keep them in the dark. Okay. There's a mention from one about the little balls that we have. The world where everything is round and little. And well, you'll find out about that tomorrow. We're having a whole thing about that. And there's a mention about the Mighty Seven.
Yes, the Mighty Seven's up there. Right.
Did it mention anything about the Annihilator?
The Annihilator is up there. Right here. Mighty Seven, Romeo, Juliet, Annihilator, Stanley's Kids University.
Yeah, but that just says the Annihilator. Right. What it really is, the Annihilator. The Annihilator is our first Chinese superhero, partly filmed in China, the rest of it filmed in America. You'll be seeing it in a couple of years, and all I can say is, eat your heart out, Schwarzenegger and Stallone. That's just one of our many things. Why don't we do something together? That's my name will go first.
Annihilator sounds like Violator.
Hey, that's another good title. I got it ready. Whoever's on my side, register Violator right away. What a great title. See why I keep them around?
That's right. Hey, again, one of the other things, obviously all these people have seen all the great movies that have come out in the last 4 or 5 years. Hey, everybody seen them?
I love the way he fishes for applause.
I said, your movies, the last great one that came out, Avengers, and I can tell you, when I was young, right, and you know we got young kids.
To me, you're still young.
Well, younger than you. So when
everybody is.
You can take all those movies that you like and then glue them together and put them all together, right? I mean, wow. When I was a kid, it was the equivalent of when I was a kid having Dracula versus Frankenstein, remember?
Yeah.
And werewolf versus zombie or something like that, right? We
Or the vampire.
Right. The special effects were nearly as cool, but they're all there. But the one thing that you get for basically, literally, for your decades of service to the comic book industry, not only in terms of your writing and co-creating all these great characters, but
you got more fingers. You could have mentioned other stuff.
I will. But being again, we've got a lot of young people. Then he went on to edit after he left writing. He went on to edit a lot of the books. He was editor in chief, and then he became the what did you call it? The emeritus. What do they call that?
Emeritus.
Because you were the presenter. Every book I bought 20,000 comic books when I was young.
And my name is that all.
You presented every single one of them, right?
I didn't even read the books. I didn't know it was in the books, but I presented it.
Right, you're a great presenter, but because of that now...
You notice when he talks about me, I never interrupt.
Okay, but because of now, of all those duties, one of the great fun things you've been able to do is get do the cameos, right?
No, it's sit here on the stage with you while the two of us make idiots of ourselves. Speaking of cameos, I'm going to explain to you and to you, all right, why the Avengers made so much money. Now this is between us, and you mustn't let anybody in the outside world hear of it.
Turn off your cameras, no tweeting.
You may have noticed my cameo was rather brief. It was at the end. If you blink your eye, you missed it. A lot of people blink their eye and missed it. Okay, what do you do when you've missed one of my cameos? You say, wait a minute, I've got to see it. You run back to the box office. You buy another ticket. If not for my cameo, the Avengers would have made half the money. But that is our secret.
Listen, that's called marketing genius right there.
Hey, I thought of something.
Hold me on, that's right. You can double sale.
I thought of something.
Yes, sir.
And don't you tell them this, but can you imagine the money the next DC movie would make if it was announced that I had a cameo? If I had had a cameo in the Green Lantern. Oh, I haven't let you.
Anyway, I believe for some of the people who blinked on some of those cameos, I think we got a rerun of some of the cameo here.
Well, I'm kind of busy, James. I got these things to thread at the moment.
That's fun, number one. That's fun.
They just take up space. Looks like the story sounds thicker looking at
You mean the story doesn't make sense? Don't you mean the story?
You know, they... Well, I'm kind of busy, James. I got these things to thread at the moment.
That's fun, number one. That's fun.
They just take up space. Somebody will catch hell for this.
Somebody get the fire. Okay. If they're not going to do it, right, then you have to act on all them out. Where's that look from the Hulk? Oh, that's awesome. Spider-Man 1.
Well, I'm kind of busy, James. Spider-Man 1, I rescued somebody, right? The building was falling down, and for 1 second you see me go, that was it. How about the last Spider-Man, where I proved what a great musical talent I am. And wait till you see Thor 3. I have a role. Brad Pitt would be envious. That's all I can say. Actually, they thought they had hired Brad Pitt because we look so much alike that it was too late to change.
All right, so since they didn't have that one, we've got another cameo that you made because he does so many interviews.
Where did you get all these?
Guys, we got them lined up. This is for the Jason Paul video cameo. Let's see it. Let's see if you've got this one lined up. And
What the fuck? That commercial.
What were the prequel to the Hulk thing? Bruce Banner in college? Egg milk deal.
It's your YouTube channel. It's the World of Heroes that you got on there. Talk to the crowd a little bit about that. What you guys are trying to do with it.
See, I don't really like to talk about things I do because I'm kind of shy. But we have this channel on YouTube. It's called Stanley's World of Heroes.
I already said that.
It's become, of course, one of the prime areas for people of culture and refinement and erudition to satisfy their intellectual needs. like Stan's rants, where I complain about everything that bothers me.
That's the next episode.
Cocktails with Stan. He's angry he hasn't been invited yet, but I've been celebrities to interview who are so happy to sit at my feet and learn and profit by me. And I wish I could think of some more things, because the minute I stop, you'll start talking. But anyway, the world of heroes, if you have nothing better to do, but first you got to spend all your time at Comikaze, because this, you are in the beginning of something incredible. Because by next year, we predict this will be bigger than the San Diego Comic. You are here at the beginning, you lucky devils. And we figured why drive all the way to San Diego when Stanley's Comikaze can get guests like Todd McFarlane and even much better ones.
Actually, I've been, the other thing that's impressive, I've been asking a lot of the fans how easy it was to get in, and they said they've been getting the people in pretty quickly.
I hope they had to have tickets first.
No?
I
didn't talk to those people. They were the early ones. Okay, never mind, we'll go to the next subject. They said it's a pain in the ass. So go ahead and talk again. You got the comic books, so many artists. How did you go about finding the artists and writers for your book? Again, we've got lots of people come up to my booth always saying, hey Todd, how do you get into the business? How do you get into the business? I know I've hired probably close to 100 artists in my 20 years. Just a lot of times, I find them right at conventions. People come up and they show me their artwork, and if that stuff looks good, I give them my phone number, we hire them. So, how'd you come across some of the people you did?
I never listened to them, so I don't know what the hell. I didn't come across them. They came to me because I was with Marvel. I gotta tell you a funny thing about Marvel. We used to be called Atlas Comics.
Correct. This is 360.
DC was called National Comics.
Right.
After we had done the Fantastic Four and Spider-Man and so forth, I realized we're on to something. We ought to change our name. We ought to get a better name than Atlas. And I thought of the name Marvel because I love advertising. And you can use Marvel and you can have slogans like, make mine Marvel. Welcome to the Marvel age of comics. Marvel marches on, and so forth. Okay, we changed our name to Marvel. DC, National Comics, which always sort of followed us a little bit. Somebody there said, hey, we ought to change our name. So they thought, and they thought, and they came up. We were Marvel. They came up with DC. They would have been better off staying with National. I mean, DC? What kind of imagery does that bring you?
DC Merchants. DC Merchants.
You must
Marvel
not,
Merchants?
you must not kill my stories. That's why I never invite you. Come to think of it, how did you get up here? I said I wanted a real professional guest. Next thing I know, McFarlane.
That's right.
I think he was the only one who do it. Everybody else, with Stanley, forget it. The guy, he never stops talking and he doesn't say anything anyway.
Hey, we're going to talk comic book. I don't know if you guys have noticed also, a lot of character names that Stan wrote that have double letters, right? Sue Storm, Bruce Banner, Reed Richards, who else we got? Peter Parker, yeah, you guys missing.
Molly the model.
Who?
Molly the model.
Molly, okay, so tell him what, okay, now, he's going to give you the secret as to why he does that. Give them the secret.
He said that embarrass me. Because the secret is, you'd never suspect this. I know I look perfect to you. I have the worst memory in the world. So if I could remember one of the characters' names, I knew the other name began with the same letter, and it made it easy for me to think of what it was. And I still made mistakes. I used to get letters, hey Stan, don't you know the name of your own character? Bruce Banner. Who was that, the Hulk?
Yeah, Robert Bruce Banner, right?
Yes.
Robert Bruce Banner.
So sometimes I call him Bob Banner, Bruce Banner, and they'd say, don't you know his name? So like you said, I took the easy way out. I said his name was Bruce Bob Banner, or whatever that was. And that's the reason I did it, but it didn't help much. I still can't. I remember the character's name, but I couldn't remember who is he. Like I remembered Reed Richards, but I had to think, what strip is he in? But it came to me eventually.
So let me ask you a question then. You've done both single characters and then team ones, right? The FF. So when you were writing them, did you enjoy one more than the other? Did you enjoy having the one character so you could focus the camera on it a lot more on that character? Or did you like bouncing between different personalities in transition?
I never had time to give it that much thought. My publisher would say, Stan, we need this book, we need that book, the printer is waiting for that book, so I write it, and I'd get it out, and that was it. And I didn't have time to think, do I like this better than that? Am I enjoying this? I gotta get him out. Just like now, I gotta sit there and talk to him. I'm not thinking, am I enjoying it? He won't let me talk. I'm the star, and he won't let me talk.
Stanley just went on record and said he's a hack. you just said that. You just used one there.
I am.
I was writing them, but I didn't pay any attention to them. Come on.
No.
This is magic to us when we were kids.
I'm
we
not.
Want to hear some magical story? Come on, Mom and Dad. Tell us something big. Make it up. Lie to the children.
I am not ashamed to say I'm a actor is a very laudable place to be, because a hack has to write quickly and has to satisfy the audience, because if he doesn't, he's kicked the hell out of there. So I'm a hack. I've always been a hack. I'll always be a hack, and I think there should be an Academy Award for the best hack project of the year. As well as the best cameo.
We call it prolific where we come from. Okay? You can use a better word than that. No,
I want to tell you how good he is. Wait, I'll tell you this. I was with Todd a few years ago. We were talking about Thor, and we were talking about how important it is to draw a character so that he looks heroic. And you could draw a character in a million ways. A guy could draw Thor like this. He could be standing this way, or he could be standing this way. And Todd was talking about how when he draws Thor standing on a cliff, he makes sure there's a wind behind him. So does Thor wear a cape?
Yes.
Yeah, so that the cape blows behind him, and he's like that, and he looks as much like Stan Lee as a guy. Oh, and Jack Kirby, the same thing. Jack somebody once drew Dr. Doom on a chair talking to somebody, and he drew him like this. I said, that's not Dr. Doom. So what did I do? I said, Jack, come here. Show this guy how Dr. Doom should sit on a chair talking to somebody. So Jack immediately made the arms of the chair longer. So he's sitting like this, and he had him like this, and he had him like that, and that was Dr. Doom. And it's all a matter of the aspect and the angle and the way you make a character look. For example, if I were drawing him, I wouldn't make him look like this. I'd make him look heroic. But he understands what I mean.
Look at here's the point that Stan was mentioning there as an artist. And we got a bunch of fledgling artists out there. What the point I was making is the comic books are melodramatic. Stan's going to write the characters. He's going to give us a script. and he's going to give us all this big, grandiose stuff. I have to, when I'm drawing, have to not only be able to make the exciting stuff look good, but really, to me, the hardest pages were the one where nothing was going. So the point was, I could have Thor standing there on the mountain with the cape, with the wings turning, with the hair blowing, with the anvil on his hand, with the lightning bolts going, and it would look cool as hell, and the storm clouds are coming, and the balloon would say, "Pass the salt." And you go, that's pretty good for a guy just passing the salt. So our job in comic books is to entertain you guys and make it as heroic and melodramatic as possible.
You know what? I'm so sorry, boys.
Oh, no.
But you're cutting into someone else's panel time.
The hell with them.
I know.
My name is on there.
It's on the sign.
Oh, well then we better.
What is this, Nancy's?
Who is it that we're cutting in?
Tim Mouse Animation.
Who cares?
But that's a pretty good thing.
I tell you what.
They make the Venture Brothers.
Let's make sure that we get a big attendance next year. To be continued next year. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Stan's gonna do some signing. You ready today? Tomorrow?
When?
I don't tell the crowd.
I know they tell me. I
He's
know.
still signing all day, but you know what?
Look, I just finished signing, guys. I don't have to leave. I don't gotta catch a plane till 5. So I'm going back to my booth, and I got 3 more hours. Anybody want to?
No, I don't want Todd to sign when I do. You shouldn't have to make that impossible decision. Who do I go to? No, I wouldn't want to have to do
Go
that.
to both.
Well, you can
Because Todd and Stan, they're the best people to have autographs.
Did I tell you that Todd did the Spider-Man issue that sold more copies than any magazine?
And Comikaze sold more tickets than any first-year show ever. And now Stanley's we gotta go. I gotta get these boys some food.
All right, hold on. Before we go, we're going to get one student question. Who's got a question? One left. Look, one young man, one question. We got one question. Speak to the mic.
Mr. Stanley, will you please sign my comic books and take a picture with me?
He said you're the most handsome, good-looking man he's ever met.
But tell us something we don't know.
All right.
Two things, Stan. One,
Here we go. All right, here we go.
will you sign this for me? And
I'll
two,
pose as if the wind is blowing my face.
I have one more thing to say to you. We're not worthy. We're not
You are the worthiest audience anybody will find anywhere. Everyone, thank you. Excelsior!
All right, back here, Stan.
What are we doing?
Picture of Stan Lee. Photo bump.